Good morning. Hi, this is Gary Lee Stanley, or Gary Stanley, the salesperson. Hey, we're going to talk about my favorite subject today, which is sales. Oh my gosh. We've got a subject today that I want to talk to that's been on my heart. It's not something I really like to talk about, but it's something that needs to be talked to and talked about for salespeople. It is talking about our political beliefs and our religious beliefs. Holy cow, what a subject. One of the things that I noticed in this country today, we're a divided country in a lot of ways, and people have opinions and people get upset about everything. It doesn't matter what it is. Well, it's been told to me many times over the years that as a salesperson, you should never talk about your religious beliefs or your political beliefs. Now, I always didn't believe that because, I was under the impression I can talk and say whatever I want. I live in the United States of America. Well, listen, guys, if you're a salesperson, you need to forget about it because, see, listen, as a divided country in so many different ways, it doesn't matter. Color, creed, religion, sex, it's all different today. People are very sensitive to many things. And as a salesperson, we do not want to lose a sale because we do not affiliate or have a belief in the same direction as our customers. Because, one thing I've learned as a salesperson is that we want to be there just to sell the merchandise. We're not there to give them our political beliefs or our religious beliefs unless we're working for a company that deals with that primarily. Now, the reason why I specify that is, I got in trouble a few years ago because I had an opinion about my political beliefs, and I've gotten in trouble in the past about my religious beliefs. Now, unfortunately, if you're working with a customer and if they bait you into having a conversation about your beliefs, you may lose a sale. And the reason why I specify that is because they're trying to find out what your bin is and see if you're on their side. And if you're not, they automatically write you off as you're not going to get the job, you're not going to get the business. And you don't want to be that person. I mean, it's sad, but if you're also in a situation where you're with a husband or a wife or a significant other, and one of them has an affiliation towards a particular bent or group, you still don't want to talk about it. And the reason why is because the other person could be the person who makes the decisions. And if you make them mad, or excuse my French, piss them off, you may run the risk of losing an opportunity in a sale. And you don't want to do that because that's not our goal in life as salespeople, is to lose customers. We want to keep our customers and we want to maintain our customers to the best of our ability. Now, one of the things I've learned also, when you're dealing with customers and religious and political beliefs, you need to leave that at the door, okay? Because what'll happen is, I've seen it firsthand. Again, I was talking about them baiting you, or they're trying to find out what your affiliations are and so forth. You can have an opinion, but keep it to yourself. Holy cow. I've just learned this over many years. And, I don't think it's fair. I didn't say it was right. But what I'm saying is you're there to sell something and not lose a sale because you don't agree with what they got to say. Because people are, they're on edge these days. They just want you to, to do whatever they want to do, and you can't have an opinion. So keep your opinion at home. As far as sales people are concerned, when you have an affiliation with a particular group and you share that affiliation with some other group, you don't know who's listening. And, every time I see it, it's like I see salespeople sometimes talking about this or that, and I've seen them, the customer roll their eyes. I've seen them just get mad. I've seen them get angry and then storm out of a particular sale, and because of what somebody said about their political or their religious belief. Now, I love political stuff and I love my religion. Now, it's not about what I like. It's about what's in it for the customer. Now, I didn't say you don't have to, agree with them or agree with them. You do have to have the standoffness, the smartness, not to be baited to be able to talk about that particular subject. I mean, it's just sad because, we want to be able to share what we feel. That's just the way we are. And if you have a religious belief and you're out there proselytizing about your religion, that's awesome. But there is a time and a place, and you have to be real careful because your companies, if they get wind that you're out there talking about your political beliefs and your religious beliefs, a lot of times they'll they'll write you up. They'll fire you. I mean, because see, they don't want to be known as somebody who's not fair-minded. Yeah, right. Fair-minded means, you agree with what they got to say, whether you believe it or not. I'm not saying you have to be fake, but you have to have, this where to in your mind to say, wait a minute, this subject's a touchy subject. Maybe I shouldn't talk about it because I want to close this deal today. I want to help these people invest in what I've got to have. What's more important, you losing an argument with a customer or gaining a sale? I don't know. For me, it's gaining a sale. I don't want to lose an argument with a customer or even argue with a customer, because who's going to win? They are. And you don't want that. You want to be the person who makes the sale. You want these people to feel confident. Now, here's a hard thing. Sometimes you got to listen to what they have to say politically, religiously, or whatever. And it may not be what you want to hear, and it might make you frustrated. But like an actor, we have to put on a face, and we need to suck it up and keep it to ourselves. And we can go back out to the car when we're done, or wherever we need to go, and yell and scream and get upset and frustrated, but never do it in front of the customer. Don't show them that it's agitating you, because again, you do not want to lose a sale because you do not agree with what they have to say. Again, I do not always believe everything that I hear from a customer. They're not always my opinions, and sometimes it really makes me mad. But you know what? I've learned as a salesperson, I need to focus, keep my mind on the task at hand, and help the customer get what I'm trying to sell them. Just remember, if they have a belief that you don't agree with, I mean, it's sad you can't give your opinion at that point, but that ain't what you're paid for. You're there to sell something. Leave your opinions at the door. Holy cow. Hey, listen, we just had a great conversation on, religious belief, political beliefs, and why we shouldn't even talk about them when we're selling. Because again, this is the key. You want to be a smooth salesperson. You don't want to come across as being weak. You do want to come across as being strong, confident, and again, don't be baited into getting in an argument with a customer based on their beliefs. That's just not going to work. Sometimes they use that ploy because they don't want to buy from you, or they're afraid to buy from you. So don't be afraid. Just suck it up. Deal with it. I mean, I deal with it all the time sometimes when I deal with customers, because I hear them say all kinds of stuff and I don't agree with them. And, I say under my breath, God bless them. I pray for them. Hey, listen, this is Gary Lee Stanley, or Gary Stanley, the salesperson. You can look at my videos on both sites. If you like what you've heard, and you might have an opinion about this, and I'm sorry if you do. If you don't, that's cool too. Give me a thumbs up and check out my other videos. We appreciate you. And we're just had a conversation about political beliefs and religious beliefs. You have an opinion. If you're a salesperson, you got to keep it to yourself until you're done with the sale. And then, hey, and take it with you when you go home. This is Gary Lee Stanley, and we had a great conversation about sales. Oh my gosh, do me a favor, go out and sell something.